Between 1921 and 1928, 4 founding members of the Group of 7 made several trips to the Canadian northern shores of Lake Superior, west of Sault Ste. Marie. Art historians have agreed that the Group of 7's Lake Superior work is important, yet except for Lawren Harris, there's been quite limited commentary beyond the fact of them being there. Curator Dennis Reed once summarized that Lake Superior was Harris's country. However, over these 8 years, the work of most group artists was transformed by the stunning topography and impact of nature's power at this remarkable junction of lake and land. The artists worked in graphite when it was too cold for watercolor and oil. Once back in their Toronto studios, they eagerly selected sketches for the annual Little Pictures exhibition by members of the Ontario Society of Artists. They created important easel paintings for exhibitions, including those of the Group of 7, the Ontario Society of Artists, and Canadian National Exhibition. In 2015, the Group of 7 Lake Superior Trail Association, based in Marathon, Ontario, officially recognized the importance of the Group of 7's interpretations of a topography of extraordinary beauty and geological complexity. Cowley Abbott is pleased to present 5 sketches by Group of 7 artists that offer insights into each artist's approach to the Lake Superior landscape they encountered in autumn. Lawren Harris painted and sketched the North Shore of Lake Superior almost every October from 1921 until 1928. He frequently returned to the same sites, reinterpreting similar subjects in new pictorial landscapes. The lake depicted in this 1922 oil sketch, entitled Northern Lake, was also the subject of multiple other sketches. Northern Lake is quite polished for a preparatory work, with sculptural dark conifers surrounding the tranquil body of water. The same lake is depicted in Harris's major canvas Quiet Lake, sold by Cowley Abbott from an important private collection in June 2023. A.Y. Jackson is known to have taken at least 6 trips to the North Shore of Lake Superior between 1921 and 1928, all of them with Lawren Harris and some with other artists from the Group of 7. In 1922 and 1923, Jackson went to Port Coldwell. The artist's limited production of work from Lake Superior makes this sketch from his 1923 trip a rare and different one from that of his sketching and camping meet. This subject offered continuation of Jackson's interest in landscape scenes defined by rolling hills, one of his favorite themes. This sketch, North Shore Superior near Coldwell, is remarkable for his use of blue and orange, placed on top of the board like alternating ribbons of color to shape the distant hills on this bleak, overcast, and no doubt cool October day. For Lawren Harris, ink drawings were an additional way for him to explore stripping away the unnecessary superficial details of the world, capturing the underlying essence of the landscape. In the 1925 Group of 7 show, he exhibited a group of ink drawings alongside his paintings. Harris based this quiet and peaceful drawing on an oil sketch done from an early trip to Lake Superior's North Shore. Likely featuring one of the small inland lakes found on Coldwell Peninsula, the sketch showcases a late fall scene where ice is formed around the shallows and the color of autumn has long fallen away from the trees. In this drawing, the oil sketch's rapid and lively brushstrokes are translated into a rhythmic depiction of rolling hills, covered with varying textures representing the receding, forested slopes. In October 1927, Arthur Lismer made his first and only trip to Port Coldwell, Lake Superior, with Lawren Harris. In this work, Light Breaking Through Lake Superior, we see that Lismer shared with Harris an interest in the effect of the unique light pools of Lake Superior. After Lismer and Harris returned to Toronto, they both exhibited their fresh new sketches of Lake Superior in the small pictures by members of the OSA at the Art Gallery of Toronto in December 1927. All of Lismer's 6 new sketches were simply entitled North Shore Lake Superior, and thus it cannot be known if Light Breaking Through Lake Superior was among them, given his loosened approach to precise titles. However, Lismer did surely exhibit the work in the 1928 CNE the following summer, as documented in the exhibition catalog and on the label on the reverse of the painting. For 2 weeks, beginning in mid-October 1928, Group of 7 co-founder Franklin Carmichael made his last sketching trip to Port Coldwell, this time with artists Lawren Harris, A.Y. Jackson, and A.J. Casson. The cold temperatures precluded the possibility of them working in watercolor, since the paint would freeze almost instantly. Thus, the artists worked mainly in graphite and oil, which were less susceptible to freezing. For the next 3 years, Carmichael continued to develop his Lake Superior into studio paintings in watercolor and oil, works that are among the most important of his career. Cal Leavitt is thrilled to offer this important grouping of artwork in our May 28th live auction. We look forward to sharing the artworks with you during our previews in Calgary and Toronto.